its people from across Canada and around the world. It is this diversity and shared community spirit that makes Inuvik a beautiful place to live. With that, we can move on to item number 2, which is adoption of the agenda. And as per Monday's meeting, we're just adding in a delegation for RCMP, and it's 4.1 for the January and February reports. Any further changes to the agenda? I get a motion. Motion by Councillor Merrow, seconded Councillor Gillis. All in favor? Motion carried. Item number 3, declaration of conflict of interest or pecuniary interests. Anything to declare? Seeing none, we'll move on to item number 4. 4.1 is our RCMP delegation. We'll ask Staff Sergeant Wynot to join us at the table.
Thanks. We had a couple of reports here to talk about. Start with January. Most significant things that happened in our shop, we had another distribution of intimate images charge. So we are again partnering with Yellowknife Child Internet Exploitation Unit to help with those investigations. And locally here, we shut down the Mad Trapper bar after a walkthrough and noticed several violations of the Liquor Act. So they shut the whole bar down. So we've been in touch with the Liquor Inspection Board in Yellowknife, proceeding with those investigations. Had another impaired driver in January, very active in the community. Again, minor hockey, justice committee in the school giving presentations, Wisdom Fest, helped some kids go down to AWG tryouts in Yellowknife. And yeah, flipping pancakes at the Legion during the Sunrise Festival is very, very good. Also in January, Constable Dalkey, Jennifer Dalkey transferred to Inuvik from Depot, so she graduated and said, "We'll come here." I'll go right into February and then we can discuss whatever we want to. And February, the IRC hockey tournament, it was interesting. I think that weekend we had 63 calls for service and the weekend before 60. So very well received, well behaved. Focus was on hockey and not some of the extracurricular activities that have sometimes been associated with the tournament. So we're happy with that. Some of our members played in it and a lot of us were there to enjoy the tournament. There was a robbery. 2 people were charged in town here for a local robbery. And we had 8 sexual offense investigations. Those are more complex, will take a bit longer, more serious nature. So we're quite busy with that. Still found time we met for a live airport training exercise. So this summer they're gonna have a mock disaster on many agencies in town. And we had a self-defense workshop with the elders, caught another impaired driver and had another member transfer into Inuvik from Fort Good Hope. And that brings us up to 15 out of 16 positions at the detachment. So, and it's a desired posting. Thank the town for that, and we're happy to be here.
Excellent. Thank you, Staff Sergeant. Any questions from council? Councilor Merrow.
Is the trapper still closed? They're open. Okay, thank you.
No, those closures are more educational. As soon as whatever issues are corrected, the bars will have to reopen.
Thank you.
That's not to say there won't be charges laid because of the violations. Though.
Okay.
Thanks. Any other questions from council?
Nope.
None, thank you very much, Staff Sergeant Wynot.
Appreciate
Appreciate all the work of the RCMP in the community.
Our pleasure.
Sorry, I jumped ahead of myself a little bit on the adoption of the agenda. I would note one minor edit is 8.3, the donation request from Great Northern Arts Festival. There's no one available to come in at this meeting. I think the next meeting, so they're going to come in at the beginning of April, most likely. So we are going to defer 8.3 to a future meeting. We won't be discussing it tonight. With that, item number 5 is public question period. Being none, on to item number 6, which is approval of the minutes from the February 23, 2026 council meeting. And the mover, Councilor Gillis, moves, seconded by Councilor Parrott. Any further discussion on the minutes? Seeing none, all in favor? Motion carried. Item number 7 is action items. We had some discussion on that on Monday. Any further discussion tonight?
No, there is no other items.
Thank you. Next up will be item 8.1, the motion to rescind the tax auction. So again, we discussed this on Monday, and we have a motion available. Be it resolved that council hereby rescinds the motion passed on February 9 and 11, 2026, authorizing the public auction of specified properties for March 16, 2026. The mover for that, please. Councilor Merrill moved, seconded Councilor McDonald. Any discussion on this item? If not, call the question. All in favor? Motion carried.
Okay.
Item 8.2 is the subsequent motion to rescind the auctioneer. So we have a motion, be it resolved that council hereby rescinds the motion passed February 9 and 11, 2026, authorizing the public auction of specified properties. Oh, sorry, I'm reading the same one again. My bad. So the motion shall read, be it resolved that council hereby rescinds the motion passed February 9 and 11, appointing Cynthia Palaya as auctioneer for the 2026 tax auction scheduled for March 16, 2026. I can move for that, please. Moved by Councilor Merrow, seconded by Councilor McDonald. Any further question, discussion? Seeing none, we'll call the question. All in favor?
Hey.
Motion carried. Item 8.3, as mentioned, is going to be deferred. Next, we have item 8.4, which is the tender award for the Chief Jim Cooey Park Public Washroom. We have a motion here reading, be it resolved that Inuvik Town Council awards the contract for Chief Jim Cooey Park Public Washroom building construction to Cofly Construction Limited for the tendered price of $315,000. I have a mover, Councilor Gillis, seconded Councilor Merrill. Any questions on this item? Seeing none, we'll call the question. All in favor? Motion
Aye.
carried. Item number 9, we have no new bylaws to discuss. Item number 10, we had our presentation on Monday. Thank you again. Item number 11, information items, of which we have none, unless there's any new ones from council. Seeing none. Item number 12, council concerns. Any concerns from council? SAO.
To follow up, you identified that there was some clearing with regard to some of the snow drifts. That's already been sent off to our contractor to take a look at and see if we can remove some of those.
Excellent. There's probably going to be a couple new ones after today. Thank you for that. I have no concern, but I would just like to send a kudos to the town of Inuvik staff for their work to assist Aklavik with their water emergency yesterday. So thank you very much to those staff that went over to help them out. With that, any further comments, questions? Seeing none, we have no in-camera items tonight, so we are to item 14, motion to adjourn. Motion by Councilor Merrill. I accept the adjournment. Motion meeting adjourned.
Wow, I raced back for that.
Yeah, I was, that we were able